All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to what is this? Episode 5, 6? I don't know. I've lost count. But basically, today, what I have planned is I am unhappy with this house, so I'm gonna tear it down and start over. And it won't be a drag for you because, well, you'll see later. But first, I want to just fill in some things. You might notice that there is a roof on the house now that wasn't there before. And that's because I recorded an entire episode, which is why I'm kind of fuzzy on what number it is. I recorded an entire episode where I just, built the roof and planted some trees on that hill over there. But I don't know. I was listening back to it and I just didn't dig it. I didn't like the way I was like sounding because I was like kind of tired and I didn't really sound into it. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Didn't like the way it was. And I figured since I'm breaking down the house anyway, um, it wouldn't really matter because it's not like any huge progress would be gone. Other than that, I may have went mining. Looks like I did. I don't think it was very long, but yeah. Sorry, it's been about a week, I think. Has it been a week since I last uploaded? I don't know. It's been a very long weekend from like Saturday to yesterday, I think. I was just being super busy out in the world, so this recording wasn't exactly at the front of my mind. So I guess I can get ready to get all of the materials in my inventory. Can do that. Yeah, I was just, very busy past couple of days just with anything and everything. Uh, I'll wait on that axe to see. On Saturday, as you know, it was 4th of July, so I was um, at a music festival that was being held by one of the local punk houses. Um, it was nice. Last year, this is their third one, I believe. Um, and I went to the one last year, and it was, I don't know if any of you guys are from the American Midwest, but oh boy, corn sweat is not fun. I know the entire country is kind of going through a heat wave right now, but oh man, I'm gonna break down the house and while I yap and kind of catch up with everyone. Um, the thing I'm excited about is I actually figured out how to do the flashback mod, which basically means as soon as I'm done yapping, I can, you know, make tear down and build up the new house in I don't know, a couple seconds for you. Anyway, it'd probably be a couple hours for me. But of course, I am here to entertain. So your needs are much more important than mine on that front. Um, but yeah, anyway, corn sweat, not great. Last year was horrible, but this year I was actually scared this year because um, it had been like in the hundreds, right? Like the days following up, it had been in the hundreds because the heat wave. Um, but then the earth smiled upon us for our celebration as it thunderstormed for a couple hours beforehand. And as we were pulling, as we were, man, I could speak. Um, as we were like leaving for it, it started raining, and I was like scared. I'm like, oh no, a big part of this celebration is, a bonfire in the backyard. So I really hope that, you know, doesn't involve things. And also, the local school does a huge fireworks show as well. And it's like, I don't know how that would affect anything. But luckily, it didn't end up raining. It just covered up the sun. And but yeah, since it had been storming for, the start of the day, it actually lowered the temperature down to a very cool 86. And whenever it's been 100 all week, that is a wonderful welcomed change. Um, yeah, it went great, much better than last year because of the weather. It wasn't nearly as hot, and I mean, I'm not sure what anyone who watches me does with their free time, but I don't know if you've ever hung out in a basement before with a large crowd of people who are moving when it's hot, but it doesn't help. That kind of environment does not help with the heat. But it wasn't that bad because it wasn't so hot, and I was actually very happy for that. Um, yeah, I thought it went really well. The vibe was immaculate, you know. It kind of like gets to my point of like sometimes the punk house is not a vibe. There's three here in my town. Um, sometimes, not a vibe. It's I don't. How would I describe them to someone who has no idea what I'm talking about? It's someone's house that is a venue. Like people live there and they host, um, band like either traveling or local uh bands. Most of them are rock bands, but some of them are not. But yeah, they just host them in the basement. You just hang out, you know. It's a very interesting but fun experience. Um, but yeah, 4th of July went great. I'd be curious to know how it went for everyone else, given that, I don't know where anybody lives. I don't really want to know where anybody lives. That's, private information. Um, but was it hot? You know, did the corn sweat get you? Or were you in DC where there was nothing at all because of the weather? So I hear. Um, how'd the fourth go for everyone? It's the thing you can comment today. Um, but yeah, I guess I should explain more about the video. Um, it was literally just this roof and that tree hill over there. I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. Maybe I don't need to describe. Maybe I don't need to explain it more than that. It's my video. I can do whatever as long as I keep to my word of letting everyone know how it went. Um, but yeah, that was my fourth. Uh, I had a great time. And then immediately afterwards, I think that the festival went until about, I think we stayed until about 8. I think it went longer, but 8 or 9. I think it actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it was dark, so it was more likely a little past 9. Um, but immediately after, we went to my partner and I's friend's birthday. He was he's in the neighboring town, so it was a little bit of a drive, but it really wasn't that bad. But that was an interesting experience simply because there it was a great vibe, even though outside of our friends, uh, we didn't know anybody there, and they didn't know us. So that had the scenario, and given that we had just come from a punk show, you know, we looked a certain way and, well, smelled like smoke, you know, so who knows? Who knows what these people would think of a couple of punks waltzing into this house that they don't know, you know? But they were really cool people, very drunk people, but very cool people. And that also went really well. And I mean, yeah, that was the 4th of July festivities. And I think now will be the time that I implement my magical abilities to time lapse now. And when I get back, I think I'll probably collect some more. I'll probably go mining actually, because I'm low on materials for tools, which I will need to build this house. But yeah, I think I'll quickly destroy this and get back to you, and that's when I can tell the second story. I just realized that this is completely silent, so here's some unsolicited guitar. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode. You know, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's free. It helps me out. And if you leave a comment, your name will be posted up in the comment garden over there. So far, we have 3 names, and that's 3 people I very much appreciate. Of course, I do appreciate everybody who watches these things. And yeah, I hope I see you around in the future as I get better at this YouTube thing. So as always, I appreciate you, and I'll see you around.